Ringing up Graeme Kenna of the council. Ringing.
This is the voicemail of Graeme Kenna from the Legal Department for Adult Services in Bradford Council. Please leave a message and I will get back to you.
After you've finished your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Yes, hello Mr. Kenna, it's Mr. Hussein here, once again leaving yourself another daily message like a broken record. Today is Wednesday the 18th of September 2024, and as you know, I've been leaving your daily messages since the start of October 2023. And it's regarding my unlawfully kidnapped and detained brother Talib from since the 8th of August 2023, which you, the local authority, have come down and simply abducted him and are now detaining him unlawfully against his will and against his freedoms and liberties in a private dungeon care home of your choosing for your benefit, whilst you're looking to dissipate all the money that you've been accumulating for all his money that you've accumulated, and you're saying that this is all done in his best interest while you have no clear care plan in place, and whilst you were previously neglecting him and abandoning him in the community, and where I was forced to care for him whilst you had retained all his benefit money. And you don't have no, as you know clearly know, Mr. Kenna, you have no legal basis to take my brother and detain him in this manner. The previous time that you had kidnapped him from my care was on the 3rd of August 2018, 6 years ago, where you came down with the police and abducted him then under the guise of safeguarding, and then under the guise of the Mental Health Act. You had originally sectioned him under Section 2 and 3, and then eventually 3, and looked to take litigation actions to remove me as the nearest relative, if you recall. That's what you, with the local authority, were doing then. You were looking to remove me as his nearest relative, so your health and well-being director Bev Maybury could become the health and be his nearest relative. Where is Bev Maybury today? She's retired, hasn't she? You have no emotional connection with my brother. You have no emotional relationship with my brother as a corporate entity, as a local authority. You have no emotional investment in my brother. I do. I'm the greatest stakeholder in his health and welfare, and my brother has signed over his lasting power of attorney for health and welfare in my favour, which you then have had to commission the services of Nick Goodwin, the public guardian, to have those overturned and suspended, because what was difficult for you to accept were the lasting powers of attorney for property and finances that my brother had also signed over, putting me in charge of his money after you had falsely criminally convicted me of defrauding him. So that's what you wanted. You wanted to remove the lasting powers of attorney for health, for property and finances, and therefore were forced to suspend the lasting powers of attorney for health and welfare. But you did not make alternative arrangements, have you? And subsequently, all you've now done is made some false allegations to West Yorkshire Police that was neglecting him, when the reality was it was you that were neglecting him, and I have fully documented your neglect and your inability to resolve the situation. So in the absence of looking to resolve the situation, all you've really done is just told a porcupine lies to West Yorkshire Police to come and arrest me and detain me, whilst you're now falsely imprisoning my brother for a period of over 408 days now, since the 8th of August 2023. And indefinitely now you're going to hold him in the situation while you dissipate all his money. How is exactly this not fraud that you're committing right now against me and my brother? There are no laws in place, and I'm just mindful that on the 18th of September 2014, exactly a decade ago today, you had done exactly the same thing. You had murdered my older brother Nazim in your care, whilst you were looking to stage events to frame me for his murder, when and that all subsequently failed, didn't it? it? Because you first attempted to murder my brother Nazim on the 21st of July 2014, and you got caught out, and then subsequently you had made several more attempts and eventually slaughtered him to death on the 18th of September 2014. So that was exactly a decade ago. What has changed? It's been 10 years since you murdered my older brother in much the same manner that you're now going to all collude and conspire to murder my brother Talib in your custody, in your sole custody, without any kind of legal framework or without kind of any family involvement. And you know what has happened? Have I taken a step back? Have I desisted in looking to highlight your failures? All you've done over the last decade is continue to cover up your failures and lies and deceptions. And you know, 10 years later, you are more exhausted than I am. I'm more determined than ever before to expose your failures in adult social care. You're gonna murder my brother Talib now and to shut me up? Do you think that's really gonna help? I have not shut up about what you murdering my older brother Nazim since for the last 10 years, have I? I can go on for another 10 or 20 years if I have to. I'm gonna make sure everybody knows what you're doing. You're torturing and murdering the vulnerable, weak and vulnerable members of society. You're colluding and conspiring with the courts and the judges to achieve your objectives, because there is no independence, is there? The idea of independence is that these are independent organizations that are safeguarding each other from abuses of power is complete. It's a complete fabrication and a lie, isn't it? The reality is there is no independence from any of you people. You all professionals in positions of authority work and collude and conspire with each other to put forward a badly put together facade and a narrative that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing within the strictest confines of the law that you're permitted to do. When the reality is very, very different, isn't it, Mr. Kenna? You know and I know the reality is that you have no respect for the law, because you yourselves as a local authority have perverted the institution of justice for your benefit to achieve your objectives and goals, on which are to obviously maintain the gravy train and keep it going, keep the ambers flowing of the gravy train, where you're looking to bank buck for yourselves, make money to ensure that your pension pots are secure. I mean, you've seen what's happened recently with the Hugh Edwards debacle. He's still retaining his pension pot after having fiddled the system for such a long time, and to get paid, to be fined £3,000 when he's retained, all his payments and secured his pension pot. This is all, you're all the same. You, Mr. Kenna, and you, Bradford Council, and all the chief executives are no different than Hugh Edwards. You're all lying, cheating scoundrels in positions of authority and power, and you're so brazen in the attempts that you're doing that you know, because there's nobody to hold you to account. And then therefore I'm left with no choice but to publicize all the words I'm saying.
You're approaching the maximum allowed time for recording a message. If you wish to record further, please choose the append option from the menu. If you've finished recording, just hang up. If you don't carry on recording or hang up, your message will be deleted. To listen to your message, press 1. To re-record your message, press 2. To continue recording please record the rest of your message after the tone. When you've finished recording, press the hash key.
Okay, Mr. Kenna, time is once again getting the better of me, so I'm going to look to sum up this call. I've called you today. Today is the 10-year anniversary of my murdered brother Nazim, whom you had murdered previously. You're presently detaining my brother Talib in much the same manner by looking to exclude me and looking to poison him and put him on a pathway to death, so that you can maintain your present status quo. This is completely unacceptable. It's a lovely sunny day today in Bradford. My brother should be in my care. I've not put him into that care home. You have done so for your own benefits. My brother was under a care package. I was taking him out daily excursions and swimming. You've just put him into a dungeon and are poisoning him to death. And there will be consequences for this. You cannot simply get away with this.
Time available for recording your message. To listen to your message, press 1. To re-record your message, press 2. If you are happy with your message, press 4. Message sent. Goodbye.
So these are daily messages I'm leaving these murdering psychopaths in the council. They're claiming to be a city of culture whilst murdering people and hoping to get away with it, and are presently effectively gagging me by putting a gun to my brother's head, effectively telling me, you better shut up or else we're going to kill him off too, because the law is one way rigged in our system. And that Hugh Edwards debacle is just showing you how two-tier system this is. It's one system for them and another system for us, to the common people.